remember being blown away by An American Family, which was a compelling and unorthodox documentary when it was made back in 1973 that showed the world the typical American family was anything but. So it's worth exploring what today's average American family looks like. The new American family has taken all the old averages, divorce rates, notions of wealth, favorite pastimes, social norms, and dumped them on their heads. As psychologists try to make sense of our new normal and America's drastically altered demographics, they emerge ready for dissection. I've been keen to observe the impact of the redefined American family. The American family structure is no longer a perfect slice of apple pie. We've got nests that are no longer empty as jobless millennials that move back in with mom and dad and redefine our latest obsession with what it means to be, well, occupied. Some families are led by a single parent. Some kids are cheered on at soccer games by two moms or two dads. Some childless families treat their dogs better than most human children are treated. No matter how you slice it, the new American family has many flavors, and there's simply no such thing as convention anymore. And now that mom brings home as much bacon as dad, or more, it no longer matters who's frying it up in the pan. Conduct field studies of ordinary home life have identified a number of key emerging themes. Families, they say, are becoming more socially egalitarian overall, even as economic disparities widen. Families are more ethnically, racially, religiously, and stylistically diverse than half a generation ago, than even half a year ago. In increasing numbers, blacks marry whites, atheists marry Baptists, men marry men, and women women. I've asked a few questions myself to different families that have migrated from different countries or have been raised here in the United States to seek a new aspect of today's changing American family.
So I grew up with German grandparents, full German grandparents on my mother's side. Father's side were from Texas. It was more, there was a lot of German things going on in my house.
I'm from West Africa, Nigeria. I believe that's where, but I can't say.
Well, I'm Filipino.
My ancestors are from England, Germany, France, Poland, and stuff. But as a culture, I would just say American. You know, my family's been here for multiple generations, so I just, you know.
First generation American.
جوزي هون ساكن ويعني علشان يطول حياته هون بأمريكا وهو كان
Northern Summer.
And summer is in
That's way in
Visayas.
Northern Summer. It's a small island
Small island in Visayas.
in Visayas.
I don't think we really have a specific culture. I mean, we're pretty routine American family around here. You know, we work and, you know, take care of our daughter and...
You know, I think when we first got married, it was a lot of an adjustment. Things like, you know, the food, you know, what else cooked, most of the times it's frying, she baked, it was an adjustment.
I think definitely, you know, religious beliefs, you know, and, you know, typically in African American culture, you know, there was deep religious beliefs because that's how people got through hardships and hard times. So I definitely, you know, see that.
I would say that we take kind of bits and pieces from both of our, you know, traditions and stuff. Like it being Christmas time, you know, we have a Filipino decoration up on the inside of the house that, you know, as a kid I never saw one of those from mom. And then like with food, you know, sometimes like I grew up on the, you know, meat and potatoes diet, and she grew up on more of a rice diet, so, you know, we kind of mix them. Sometimes we have chicken and rice, you know, like, I just feel like we take bits from both of our backgrounds and just kind of mix them together.
and then our 2 children have Filipino traditional middle names. So it's Herminio and Teresa.
American
عشان احنا
Yeah.
يعني كان في عرب وامريكان يعني وعبيد.
كيف
It's
حياة
not just
تغيرت؟
Jordanian, it's like Chaldean, Lebanese and everybody. Not just Jordanian.
Like when my parents came here, nothing really, they never like, they would always stick with their tradition. Like they didn't like, you know, pick up on like English and everything. So it was kind of hard for them. Like my mom, when she came here, she had struggles, you know, speaking in Arabic and everything. And when she came here, it was like all different to her. Like it was hard.
حياة بتفرق يعني زي
different.
Yeah, but like we never changed our tradition. We always stick with, you know, how we were back in Jordan.
We just recently, like few years lang, we didn't decide buying gifts for the kids, you know, because they already know it's not, everything's not about present.
Both of us.
Makes more money, but we both contribute.
Yeah, we both contribute. Yeah, we, you know, both of us have to work, and you know, we both contribute to the household.
I know.
You are, okay. And
The husband.
husband.
my husband.
So do both of you work or just your
Just my
husband?
Just my
works?
husband.
Just your husband works. Okay. So
My work is inside the house.
inside the house.
Now, we are like a Filipino. You know, Filipino tradition. That you know, the guy had to work, and
The mother has to
the
stay.
girl, you know, the
The-
wife had to stay. To be true,
I
but,
grew
you
up
know,
that my mom stays home, my dad's work, and I kind of like try to like get everything I saw from my mom, like, you know, serving my dad.
You know, I think the old, you know, that the dad left in the morning and went to work, and the mom stayed home, and the kids came home from school at 3 o'clock, and the neighborhoods were full of children playing after school. You know, and that's kind of the childhood I grew up in, and he grew up in as well. Those, you know, and I think that is probably how people see, you know, maybe from outside this country, that's no longer, the 9 to 5 job is no longer there. You know, people work all different kinds of shifts. Moms work now. So no, I don't think there is a typical American
I
family.
also think that like what you typically see on TV, or at least with some of the shows that I've watched, where it's, you know, the mom and the dad and the 2 or 3 kids and stuff like that. That's not really an average portrayal, because like you either have mixed culture like we do, or like a buddy of mine, you know, he's gonna have a child with his wife, but she has a child from another relationship, you know, before at least. Like I feel like almost not every, but like I feel like almost the average family is somehow not, you know, that typical picture of, you know, the white picket fence, mom and dad and 2 or 5 kids or whatever it was, you know. Like I feel like there's other kids from other relationships, or they're mixed cultures or something.
well, it works for some people, and sometimes it doesn't work. So the typical American, what do you call that? Family. It happens, and me, sometimes I do. It depends on the family.
52 Americans of different ages, professions, and hometowns were asked the first thought that came to mind on hearing the word family. The answers varied hardly at all. Words such as love or kids, mom or dinner. It's the backbone of how we live, said David Anderson, 52, an insurance claims adjuster from Chicago. It means everything, said Linda McAdam, 28, who is in human resources on Long Island. Everything and sometimes too many things. It's almost like weight, a heavy weight. Or as comedian George Burns said, happiness is having a large, loving, caring, close-knit family in another city. Why should we even care what people say about our families? Or, for most, the average American family? Because for better or worse, richer or poorer, the pursuit of a solid family unit, whatever that looks like, whatever that means to us individually, and whether you are more a helicopter than a dragon, family is still a top priority for most of us. In this brave new world of parenting and family life, we sure have come a long way since the Louds. View on what the word family means nowadays will surely be debated throughout the whole world, and in mommy or daddy and me groups from the United States to the Philippines.